This is Mario with MIA Microflight once again, and I am almost complete with this table. I finally painted, stained and clear coated all the wooden parts. I've attached the corners here. These are all 3D printed parts, what you see in black here. The goalie needs a net. That'll be done at the very last step. Right now I'm about to install the rods, the stainless steel rods that are going to hold each of these sets of players here. This is one side, and then I have to print the other side, so that'll be done as well once I do the rods for the complete table. So I'm working on that right now, but I just wanted to capture a video of how this table looks. It's a very nice table. It turned out for MDF board, it looks like a piece of furniture. The other thing that adds value and also a nice surface is this material that I'm using here. This is almost like a, if we look real close at the fibers, it looks almost like a jean material or canvas. It's a, I believe this material is often used for tables of such of this type, not this type of for foosball tables, but mainly for playing dice or roulette. I think in casinos, I remember seeing something like that in a casino one time I visited. I don't frequent casinos. In fact, I'm allergic to those places mentally. But I remember seeing I believe one of the tables had a similar material. So I ended up buying this at Walmart because I was scouting for materials that I could use here. I was actually looking for a vinyl that I could put here that I don't have to do much except just run a damp rag and clean it when it gets a little dusty. But I found this instead, and I figured this might work very good. This is a polyester fiber, so it's also easy to clean with a damp cloth. I just vacuumed this because it was a little dusty from moving this around, but you can see the it's a very nice surface, and the ball tends to roll very nice on this material. I think they may also use this for pool tables now that I think about it, because the fabric just lends itself quite well for rolling balls, and it's got a very smooth surface, but the surface also depends on how smooth the board is. It's this MDF board. It's very smooth stuff, and I reinforced the frame underneath, as you can see it in my earlier part of the video here. You can see the table and how I built this, and in some earlier videos I showed dimensions on this size. This is an 18 by 36 table, and it's a little bit smaller than your conventional foosball table, which is this particular size is your conventional foosball table. I bought this fairly inexpensive just to get an idea of just the layout, but I don't think I'm going to be using this table after all. I also built this little miniature one. This is done for a coffee table, or a small table. It's something you can put between two low couches or chairs that you can sit with your friend or family member, and you can play with. Very easy, very comfortable from my lower elevation. So that's this miniature table, and this is also done with the same material that I just showed in my other table. This is covered on this 1-inch board. I covered that in 1-inch board. These are the corner pieces that I have yet to attach to that, which act also as legs, and these have provisions, these little holes for adjustable feet. This is a very solid table. The action on these players is very smooth, as you can see here, because I'm running carbon rods through nylon bushings. These are bushings that I used, that I modified from nylon rivets. I had a bunch of nylon rivets that just fit this 4mm carbon rod size, and they worked extremely well. So that's what I'm using here. Pretty much all the yellow and black parts that you see here outside from these nylon pieces are 3D printed. This is also 3D printed. The mesh is 3D printed and folded into a net. You can see that. And I have yet to. I haven't decided whether to cut holes on this base. I hate to cut holes here because this is such a nice base, and I would basically have to make some kind of a frame, to cover the cutouts, so it doesn't look unsightly. But I haven't decided that yet. I may redo the goals so that the ball reaches the back, and you can just grab it from the back, nice and easy. So I may do that on this table here. But anyway, the sizes for comparison, you can tell the size. That's a table that stands up, your typical upright. And let's go back to my custom table, which is this one right here. The players are also those players on the standard football table are 4 inches in height. These are actually 1 to 3 inches, I believe. So, the table looks a little more serious, and it's because it is designed for a more serious playing. I took my time designing this. I don't know how many iterations of the goals I did until I came up with this aluminum. This is 3/16 aluminum rod, solid rod that I had from spare pieces from making my ultralights. I use aluminum rods and aluminum tubing on many of them. So sometimes I have spare pieces that I keep, and then that's how I manufacture these parts. This one, as I mentioned in an earlier video, this one has also a 3D printed frame that has walls that are angled inward and downward. So I have to add a channel here that connects to this return pocket here, so you can just grab the ball easy from that point. The balls on this table are also 3D printed, and these are 3D printed balls. These balls are printed at a very, very low speed and very low or higher, super high resolution, so they print out very nice and round. So the ball will return right there. You can see the pocket there. Once I hit the channel, it'll angle and it'll come down to the front end here. That's where the ball is at, so you can easily grab it from that pocket there. So stay tuned for more. I will be cutting the rods next and installing the players. I may also redo the players, make them look a little more realistic than just your just a figure that sort of resembles a soccer football player. But I may just bite the bullet and redo these and put a little more emphasis on the details. Anyway, stand by for more. Thanks for watching.